Hey guys. Oh, I'm going to exit out of this because I don't know where my face went. But here, let me just move this around. Anywho, you don't need to see my face. So we're going to go over our assignment for Thursday. Thursday, we have our do now, assignment 2, task 2. This is my other favorite one. Let's review our do now first. So our do now is going to be how can an increase in parasites affect an ecosystem? We've done this before in the previous assignments, like how can one organism affect another organism, and then in turn, how does that affect the entire ecosystem? So go ahead and look into that. This one, how did wolves affect the ecosystems within Yellowstone? Okay, so we're going to really dive into these wolves coming, first leaving and then coming back into the Yellowstone National Park, which remember we discussed was in Wyoming, a mixture of Wyoming and Idaho. So we're going to go through that. Then we're going to do our tasks. I'm going to exit out of here. Right, so we're going to exit out of here and I'm going to go to our task. This one, we are going to watch a video together. So go ahead and watch that. Just click here and then you can watch it. And then you're going to respond here for these statements, right? So first off, you're going to say whether it's true or false. I answered one for you. So 1, wolves had disappeared from Yellowstone National Park and were brought back to the area by rangers. That is true, okay? Now you're going to determine what your answers are for here. So for number 2, is it true or false? We're going to go over number 1 through 6 together after about like 10 minutes. And then you're answering number 7 through 14 by yourselves. This one you have to explain for number 14. It's a little more cumbersome. So how these are the people who visit the park, right? So people who live near it, cattle ranchers for the meat and park rangers. And then how did they feel about the wolves? Like how did the cattle ranchers feel, the people who raise the cows, feel about the wolves coming back? I mean, well, if you have cattle, right, if you have an animal that's like somewhat of your pet and there are wolves around, don't you think wolves are going to eat those cattle? So how do you think that these ranchers feel about the wolves coming back? Another thing, how do you think the people who live near the park feel about those wolves being back in the park? How would you feel, right? And then how do you think the park rangers feel to people whose jobs are to protect the park about the wolves just like wandering around as they're trying to do their job? So that's what you're going to do, and we're going to do that in class as well. So I will see you in class.